Alright, welcome back Algebra 1. This is Mr. Elbert again with Belding Math Academy. And we've already done one video about this, about the order of operations, but just wanted to review. Hopefully you have this written down somewhere so that you can remember it. And if you've already learned it, that's fine too. But just want to go over it again. This is the acronym we use in order to solve expressions. So these are all examples of expressions, and we can use PEMDAS in order to solve it. So P stands for parentheses. We want to simplify everything that's within parentheses in order to solve the problem. Next thing you do is exponents. Now this number tells you what number we're multiplying by itself, and this tells you how many times. So for this case, 2 cubed, or 2 to the third power, is 2 times 2 times 2, which would give us 8. Next things you do multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. Alright, so with that in mind, make sure you have that written down. We'll go ahead to some example problems. So I'll show you a couple and then I'll let you try a couple. So we have 18 plus 6 minus 2 times 2. Now we do have some parentheses, so we're going to start with that. We have 6 minus 2 in parentheses. So when we rewrite this next step, we're going to write 18 plus, and then let's take care of what's in the parentheses. So 6 minus 2 is 4. And then that times 2 comes down. The 18 plus and the times 2 came down because we didn't do anything with those yet, but we're about to. So we took care of parentheses. Do we have any exponents? No. We have multiplication, so that'll be our next step. We have 4 times 2, so the 18 plus comes down. 4 times 2 is 8. And so we've done parentheses, we've done multiplication, there's no division, there's no subtraction, but there is addition, so that'll be our last step, is the addition. So 18 plus 8 equals 26. And that's the answer to our first one. That is now a simplified expression. On to the one directly below that. We do have parentheses. We have 26 minus 9. So the 3 squared plus comes down. Now 26 minus 9 is 17. And then times 2 also comes down. So we took care of parentheses. Do we have any exponents? And yes, we have 3 squared. Now 3 squared is the same thing as 3 times 3. Because the 3 tells you what we're multiplying, the 2, the power of 2 tells us how many times we're multiplying it. So it's 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 squared is 9, plus 17 times 2. Next thing, we have multiplication, so we'll take care of that. We'll take the 9 plus down, and 17 times 2 is 34. And then our last step, we just have to add 9 plus 34 is 43. And that's our answer for that one. So in a second I'll have you pause the video, but as we go up to the top right, whenever you have parentheses inside of parentheses, so we have that, we want to solve this part first, and then the outside, solve that second. So the first thing you want to solve is the 2 plus 16. Move it down. That'll take care of the inner parentheses. You'll be able to get rid of those, and then you can solve it from there. So go ahead and give that a try. Pause the video and do your best. Alright, moving on. Assuming that you've tried both of these problems, if you haven't, pause it, go ahead and give it a try. The first one, we have parentheses inside of parentheses, so like I said, we're going to do the inner part first. So 2 plus 16, we can simplify that to just 18. And then times 8 is still there. So we've already gotten rid of one set of parentheses. So we're still on that step P for parentheses. So we have 1 plus 18 times 8. Well, we have addition and multiplication, so we need to multiply first. So that parenthesis comes down, we have 1 plus still. And then 18 times 8 is going to give you 144. And then still divided by 5. So now we have 1 plus 144 still in parentheses, so even though we've already done 2 steps, we're still on that step P. 1 plus 144 is 145 divided by 5, which gives you 29 for your final answer. So if you got 29, you got it right. If not, make sure to look back and see where it went wrong. But on to the last one. Again, this is assuming that you've already done this one. We have 55 minus 45 squared divided by 4. So do we have parentheses to take care of? Yes. So 55 minus 45 is 10. That takes care of the parentheses. They're gone now. Squared divided by 4. Next step is exponents. We do have an exponent. 10 squared is 100. And that's divided by 4. Should always write equal signs along the side, even though I haven't been doing that. And then 100 divided by 4 is 25. So at this point, you're probably ready to try some practice problems. If you still have questions, make sure to reach out to me, and I would be happy to help you with them. But if it still doesn't make sense, maybe try rewatching the video. But hopefully you're well on your way to mastering this topic.